It is time to talk about that deal we broke for you just a few moments ago. In fact, our own private equity reporter, Cristina, Alesci, broke it. Hospital operator HCA plans to issue a $2 billion dividend to pay its own private equity owners. Cristina's on the phone with us. Cristina, this is pretty good news for KKR and Bain, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually excellent news. As you know, they were planning to take some money off the table out of this deal, which was at the time one of the largest leverage buyouts ever. They were planning to take some money off the table through an IPO. Now, since that IPO filing, which never obviously happened, the equity markets have declined and weakened significantly. So they are planning to do this dividend deal, which is quite common in these kinds of leverage buyouts, instead of an IPO, to provide an exit, or not an exit, but a liquidity event at the very least for the private equity sponsors.
So the equity markets really haven't been kind to IPOs as of late, but the fixed income market, particularly high-yield corporate debt, is still pretty easy to issue, relatively speaking, right?
Yeah, it's on fire, and they can do this at a very, very cheap rate. I think when this deal is possibly announced later this morning, we're going to see an extremely low cost of capital, cost of debt, and they're going to amend and extend their bank loan. So they're really taking advantage of the hot debt markets right now and capitalizing on that.
Now, Cristina, one question for you about the dividend deal. There was a time not so long ago when these dividend deals were heavily criticized because they just loaded more debt on top of the company, in this case, HCA. Is it just criticism private equity firms are willing to take?
Yeah, I mean, they don't care. I think the bottom line is they want to make money. They're going to make money for their investors. They pay attention to the headlines to the extent that, you know, it affects their image, but to be honest with you, all of their investors just really care about getting their cash back, and especially now at a time when private equity investors aren't getting that much money back from their investments. You know, it's really just a matter of, okay, you know, it's time to cash out the big ones, the big deals. And there aren't very many big deals that are highly successful like this one. This company is actually a fairly profitable one. If you look at some of the other leverage buyouts, the record-breaking leverage buyouts, they aren't quite as healthy as this particular deal. So the company could probably bear the debt, and so the investors are pretty happy. That being said, I'm sure that they'll be subject to some criticism by various people for putting more debt on the company.
Cristina, thanks. That's our own private equity reporter, Cristina Alesci. She broke the story about the HCA $2 billion dividend.